Shakespeare's early works versus later works by Lynette Corona and Ana Laura Treviño. Who was William Shakespeare? William Shakespeare was a famous English poet and playwright who was regarded as the greatest writer in the English language. Shakespeare composed or produced most of his work between the time period of 1589 through 1613. The majority of Shakespeare's early works or plays mainly consisted of comedies and histories. Shakespeare wrote approximately 38 plays.
Caution: this video production will not list all plays produced by William Shakespeare. See video producers for more details. William Shakespeare's earlier works include The Merchant of Venus from 1598 through 1696. This is classified as a comedy, but is one of the more dramatic plays. A Midsummer Night's Dream, written around 1594, one of Shakespeare's well-known plays that discusses the mystery of love. The Taming of the Shrew, and who can forget Romeo and Juliet, one of Shakespeare's earlier works, thought to be written around 1593. The story of two star-crossed lovers from feuding families. I'd probably be devastated if I was separated from the love of my life. William Shakespeare's later works consisted of Hamlet. This play was written in 1601, which portrays revenge, betrayal, and moral corruption. This play mainly focuses on Prince Hamlet. King Lear, written in 1605. This play is based on the King of England. This play focuses on suffering and family ties. Macbeth. Through this play, Shakespeare delved into the effects of ambition and power concerning a Scottish lord named Macbeth, written in 1601. Julius Caesar. Mean Girls? Joke, guys. No. Julius Caesar was written around 1599 during the Elizabethan period. Fun fact, did you know that William Shakespeare's work is translated into every major language and is performed more often than any other playwright? Cool, huh?
Moving forward, Shakespeare also wrote narrative poems and sonnets. What are narrative poems? Narrative poems are a form of poetry that tells a story, making use of voices of a narrator or a character. Some of Shakespeare's narrative poems include Venus and Adonis and The Rape of Lucrece.
Now, going into history of Shakespeare's sonnets, Shakespeare wrote 154 sonnets, but is not known exactly when he wrote them. Writers suggest because of the structure of the writing and the language, most likely they date from the 1590s. Shakespeare's sonnets actually were not published until 1609 by Thomas Thorpe, who was an English publisher, most famous for publishing Shakespeare's sonnets, but published Shakespeare's work without his consent. That's a story for another day, guys. Now that we know what the history of Shakespeare's sonnets are, we're going to list some examples of some of Shakespeare's famous sonnets. Sonnet 18, Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Sonnet 116, Let me not to the marriage of true minds. Sonnet 33, Full a many glorious mornings have I seen. And Sonnet 1, From fairest creatures we desire increase. Themes behind Shakespeare's writing based on the time period of his early works versus his later works and what it signifies are: during the year 1595, Shakespeare's writing mainly focused on youth, love, and imagination. Examples including these attributes are Romeo and Juliet and A Midsummer Night's Dream, as mentioned earlier. Between the time period of 1595 through 1601, Shakespeare had more of a deeper insight in terms of human nature. An example discussed earlier was The Merchant of Venice.
Between 1601 through 1608, this was considered to be a troubled period for Shakespeare because of the death of his father. This is reflected in the pieces, for example, Hamlet and Macbeth. Continuation. And following Shakespeare's mother's death during the year of 1608 through 1613, he wrote pieces such as The Tempest, The Winter's Tale, etc. These signified a period of a calm spirit for Shakespeare, which are reflected in these pieces.
Concerning Shakespeare's writing style, Shakespeare's earlier plays were written with elaborate metaphors and rhetorical phrases. His works in general were very innovative as he adapted it to his own style. Shakespeare primarily used a metrical pattern of lines of unrhymed iambic pentameters or blank verse to compose plays.
I was still making up my mind. I put them words in the open and they oxidized, falling golden and heavy in the middle of the room. You were pouring over them and I was pouring over you. Yeah. Snapped by the glinting of those old